Today, guys, on my show, I'm gonna have my friend Jon Jon Holt Revels on my show. Okay, let me guest him. Okay, let me bring him on my live thing. Okay, how hold on. I know I normally can do this. Um, um, hold on. Uh, wait, wait a minute. Um, hold on. Let me bring you up in the. Let me see if I, I can in, in bring you on the. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. J- 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 John, are you there? Well, comment if you're here or not. Share live video. Invite Jon Holt Revels. Okay, let me bring you on my camera here. Let me see if I can invite you. You usually say um, that I can bring you on camera, but I I can't seem to get it to 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 work. Um, oh, there it is. Here we go. There it is. Hey,
There we go.
hey, John.
You're on my phone too. Uh, Check it out. You're on my phone too.
Uh, how are you,
Now I have to adjust my
buddy?
volume. They're all feedbacking.
Um,
Sorry.
can
I'm good. How are you?
can you see me okay?
You're a little bit
Because
dark. You're a little bit dark, but I can see your head.
I don't know how to adjust my
If
my.
you were, I don't know if you hooked up to a desk or whatever, but if you were to turn so that the window was facing you, the light would shine on your face.
Okay,
So turn around so that the window you can see out the window, and the
all
window's
right.
light should give you enough to see. There you go. There you go.
Is that better? Um,
Perfect.
and and John, welcome to 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 my show.
Well,
Um,
it's an honor to be here.
um, First off, welcome to the Disability TV Network,
Thank you, my
and
friend.
and I I enjoy watching you uh so much. You know, I tune into your broadcast every day,
I know you
and
do.
and I just love how you know how you are always welcoming me into your broadcast. Um, can can you can can you tell me how you got started with ab- ab- abil- ability TV? If I'm
Sure.
if I'm saying it right.
You said it perfectly. Um, it was back in 1995 when I became injured and I couldn't find any sort of peer groups to go to, other disabled people to go and talk with and learn from. And in 2008, I pretty much given up trying to find that in person. And then when I found YouTube, I thought I'll start a YouTube channel. And then about a week later, I found Blog TV, and then it just took off 11 years ago.
And um with 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 me, I I started I I started broadcasting on different websites, and I was trying to build my audience, but people kept on bullying me,
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that, and that's unfortunate because you're a great guy to get to know.
and you know, um, I I have a I I have a dream to you know do 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 what do you do, and you know I was just singing to myself, how could I make a difference in the community, my friend? And I was just sitting here in my in my studio here in Ocala, Florida.
Yeah,
Um, and you know, I I I I I thought, how can I make a difference with people with disabilities like you do?
well, you're doing it, man. You're doing it.
and
You're
I'm
not
like,
giving up on yourself. You believe in yourself. You have me that believes in you. Uh you have all your friends that you know that play music that believe in you, and your family. You're awesome, bro. That's all I'm
and
honored to be on here.
and um t- um t- tell 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 us, you know, you know, what what made you get into the the disability movement that you have, you know, um, doing what do you do? Do you mind?
Um, no, not at all. What made me do this was I just want to give back. I want to give back to the able-bodied world. I want to show that people with disabilities bring much more than what other people with limited minds and narrow visions and basically ignorance. And I don't mean any, we all have that. I don't mean any disrespect with that. We all are ignorant in some areas. But I mean, we can bring much more to the world if we're also included in the world, in our societies that we live in. That's why I fought so hard to get the Paralympic Games, to be able to broadcast them in 2012. The hope that maybe they would start to be broadcasted regularly in the United States and other parts of the world where they were not for years. And it sort of worked, but didn't. But the thing that is working is reaching out, meeting people like you, meeting people like Sammy, meeting people like, um,
Like 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 sh- 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 like Shannon
yes,
and
exactly.
um
I don't do this for fame. I don't do this for money. I don't do this for any ulterior motives. I just simply do this because, well, it does help me mentally and physically. That's a big reason why I got into it and started doing this. I've been always passionate about broadcasting. So I just kind of combined it, and it works as a medicine for me in a way too.
um um and 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 you know and, you know most of the time when I watch you online, you know, my dad is you know has just just ac- admire you because you know you 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 was able to build that hand cycle out of your garage. You
Oh
can
yeah.
you can you can do you can do different things, you know,
Well,
like
we all can, and that's my point of showing these things. It's not to show that I'm like better than anyone. It's just to show that we all have differences that we can share, and those differences come out in different ways. I'm very creative in those things. You yourself, my friend, have a wicked fun sense of humor, and you're great when with your sports statistics and all your knowledge about Ocala, Florida. It's like, wow, man.
um and, and, and thank you for you know sh- sharing sharing what you know about you know you know people with disabilities, and you are just an awesome guy, man. um
Well, thank you. I feel the same about you, man. That's mutual.
and 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 um do you mind if I ask you a couple other questions?
Nah, go for it.
If 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 you have the time, you know, um, um, uh, what what made you get into, you know, your style of music, you know, like you've been saying on your show, like when you were a teenager, you used to listen to all kinds of music.
Yes, I grew up in the San Francisco Bay Area, so there was a ton of different things going on with music. And so I grew up hearing all of it, live stuff, the radio. So I just kind of got used to hearing different things, and I like it all, as long as it's not about hate or it's not about instigating problems or putting people down. Then I'm all for it. Different music and stuff like that doesn't matter what language, doesn't matter, what style. If it gets my mind going, like, hey, this is good. I like this. Then I like it. So I like a lot of
Um,
music because of that.
I I like Michael Jackson. I like you know um the
I, I know you like country music. I do know that.
yeah, yes, I like John Stone
Yup,
as
I like that guy too. He's awesome.
um um can can you tell everybody how me and you met? Um, you know, if you can remember what what you know how how did how how did how did we meet? I forgot. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We were on another site called YouNow, and you'd come into my broadcast one time, and I was busting chops. People were teasing me. We were just having fun, and you just went right into it. You just were like, you introduced yourself. It was wonderful. You said, "My name's Alex. I'm new," and so we just incorporated, and you fit right in, man. It was like boom. It's like, and I remember one thing I loved about and I remember about you all the time is your awesome personality. It's like, dude, you got a fun sense of humor.
And
You really do, and an energy that's just infectious.
and what and you know and 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 you know I I were on you now for quite some time. I don't know if it's still going downhill, you know,
I understand.
ever ever since I left because couldn't take the the bullying and the you know
I understand.
all the you know do you understand what I'm saying?
I do. I
Uh,
do understand what you're saying. There's only
you
so
know,
much of that stuff you can put up with.
you know, you know, you know. Why do you think people l- leave a company like you know?
Leave a company as employees. Okay. Um, Employees would probably leave because they're not being treated fairly. They're being overworked. And
Like,
if you're an end user of you now, like you and I were, you just get fed up with the inconsistent kind of, okay, we're going to support these rules, but then they allow certain things. Like, for example, they say no twerking. Then you see one of their big broadcasters twerking, or they're not going to allow bullying. Yet you get people all over the place bullying, and you report that nicely, and you're doing the right thing, and you're basically ignored. So you just kind of are like, all right, if you're not going to do anything about it, I'm just going to go to another site that seems to enforce their rules and policies and has a consistent manner about it. And that was one of my big things with them is, you know, it's one thing to where if it's once in a long while someone might come in and bully, but if it's an ongoing thing, then that means that somebody from the upper up of the company is allowing that stuff to happen, and it should be moderated closer. It should be more
I'm just
enforced.
I'm just trying to keep, as asking you questions can that I can incorporate into your show. You know, I
Okay.
know you're live now, and I
Yes.
and I'm live
Yes.
at
And I'm on both those broadcasts and my phone.
the same time.
Yes, at the same
Um,
time.
but you know, um, you you was talking the other day on the show about you know the you, the copy copyright, you know,
Oh,
and
copyrights. Yes.
and you know as 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 as, as many of you guys know, uh, I'm I I'm a YouTube broadcaster like my best friend John was, and I think it was t- 2008 you started.
Yes. Yes.
Um, um, and you know, um, I got my first, you know, YouTube channel taken down because I was using somebody else's copyright without their permission, and I learned my lesson,
Okay.
but you know I back then when I had my first account, I didn't know the copyright laws, you know.
Yeah. Unfortunately, not knowing the law is not an excuse in the eye of the law. Um, they
I'm
still treat
I'm
it like you should know. Yet, how is somebody supposed to know if they have never done anything like this before that involved that particular part of the law? You
and
can't just know it.
and I'm and I'm still upset upset that YouTube took down took down my first account that you were subscribed to, you know,
Yes.
and you you know how you know how if you can explain to me, you know, how does 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 copyright, you know, you know, um, work? I know you explain it to me on your show, but I kind of my my internet dropped and I couldn't, you know,
No problem. I can
uh,
explain it.
I couldn't stay because my internet dropped. Um, I'm with the same company Spectrum like you are, and
Okay.
and you know um mm, does it have to be in the certain area that you know that that we need to, like, in the in the certain area that I live on a horse farm, and you know we don't have very good signal. Um, I mean it's fast, but since my mom didn't have a job at at one point or another, she had to lower the in, internet feed to save money. So you know what I mean.
I understand. Yep. Well, I could
And
tell you about. I'll explain copyright for you if you want.
yeah, yeah, I'm so sorry to bounce around to different
I do it all the
to-
time. It's only fair.
topics. I I know you. I, I know you've been struggling with your internet. Um, and and by the way, you know, how is that going going for
My
you?
service is back to being my service that I had before September is back to being that way, reliably on, and it's back to not dropping me off my broadcast. It's back to being excellent. The service part. As far as them violating my rights to request that I get communicated with via email, they have two people have knowingly violated my rights, and I've explained this in my Facebook in a post that's addressed to them, so people know up
And,
front what's
and
going
I
on.
and I and I sorry, John.
That's
Had
okay. It paused
I
you.
I had somebody calling me
See, you're
on
popular.
Messenger, and I tell them time and time again, do not bother me when I'm trying to do an interview with, you know.
Yeah.
But can can you repeat what you were talking about with Spectrum,
Yes.
and
I
and then
I can.
and
I
then
stopped when the interference came in too, so it didn't lose anything. So basically, Spectrum, their service is back to normal for me, so it's back to excellent. Okay, and I want everybody to know that part's working. It's been working now for a total. This will be the third day. However, they have violated it two times after I'd requested to be contacted either with email or messenger or other social media messaging type methods, because it's only fair because I use those. And two people knowingly from their company, a manager or a supervisor, and the person from the executive office violated my rights. So for that, I'm asking that they they can either go through the entire process of the FCC and the other agencies I can contact, or we can work out a solution where they give me 10 years worth of their best internet service, just the internet, not TV or anything else, at no cost. That would be to basically pay, that would be their payment for violating my rights. And I think that's much,
um
much fairer than trying to sue them and go to court and getting more or letting them getting fined. Because in my opinion, I just want to do something that's going to make them remember not to violate our rights as customers. And that goes for all of them. So that's why I post what I do publicly, so
it
people can read it and understand it.
it goes for for me um too, because I'm a, I'm a I'm a spectrum spectrum customer like you, John.
Yeah,
Um, and you know, you know, most of the time my internet is great. When I do interviews like you saw on my YouTube, and
yeah,
and most time it's uh I don't know how to explain it, but I have a little bit of a hard time with my internet, and especially when I'm trying to do my trying to do my you you know what I mean,
yes,
and and I try, and I watch you on my phone,
okay,
and you know and 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 some days the internet is like, you know it, you you can never you can never tell what day it's going to act up, and you
exactly.
know
That's a bit annoying, and if it's enough to where it interferes with you enjoying your internet regularly while you normally would use it, at that point, then I would maybe suggest that for that month, maybe they reduce you $15 or $10 because it's inter. They might go, well, your internet doesn't look like it stopped. Well, I'm still unable to enjoy the internet because it doesn't stay connected. It may not drop all the way off, but it drops off enough to where I can't connect. That's just as good as not having it. And
I'm
that's the frustrating part, trying to catch those intermittent problems. You can ask Spectrum to put you on a watch list. They last 7 days, and that will give them alerts if your internet stops or has funky problems, and it will give them a pattern to go off of, so then they could go ahead and then fix things hopefully on their end. It's
I'm
called a watch list.
I'm sorry about bringing up that topic,
It's okay.
John. I know you're a little bit frustrated with that,
I am a
you
little
know,
bit, but that's all it is.
and 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 I do read your comments about Spectrum, and I agree with you. If if you you have internet like you and me, we need to get get the most speed that
It's our
that
lifeline to, talking to friends. It's our
that
way that we
that
socialize. Yeah.
you know that that we're opposed to, you know. So I rely on my internet to to perform as best as I can, because I'm a broadcaster on Facebook like you are,
Yep.
and 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 I I think I deserve um better quality internet that I I need to stream my shows, you know.
Well, I can give a couple of tips for streaming more reliably. Do not use wireless to broadcast your show. Okay. As good as what wireless is, it still can be spotty at times. That's why for me, I go from my desktop, or if I had a laptop, I'd be plugged
My
into my wire. In other words, a Cat 5 cable.
my my computer is. Do you mind if I share that onto your broadcast?
Oh, I don't mind.
My 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 computer's connected to 5G. G, you know, it's, you know what I mean?
This
It's,
wireless 5G, the Wi-Fi
um,
5G.
you know my laptop runs off of off of 5G, you know.
Yes, I know what
So
that is.
um, and
You'll
it
you'll
and my computers connected from our modem in the living room area
okay.
in my mom's room, and that's how I get 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 my signal in here. Uh, to be able to broadcast my show, you know.
Okay.
So
If you're using wireless, okay, understand that there could be things in the house that could interfere with the signal at times, like metal objects or motors or other things like that that you may not think of. There is also the possibility that sometimes the distance from where the router is to where you're getting your wireless on your laptop may not be as great as what you're thinking it is, especially with 5G. It doesn't go as far as 2.4. But what I'm saying
yeah,
is you
like
probably want to get a Cat 5 cable and connect it directly to the router's LAN cable output and input, so that way you can plug it directly to your laptop and see if you get a better connection to your internet. Cat 5 cables are pretty inexpensive. A 100-foot one is about $17, and with tax and with shipping, it's about 26.
like like for example, um, my my room is is when when I go out to the living room, um, my my modem is my mom's modem for Spectrum is in her room.
Okay.
So I'm, you know, you know,
They may have to come out and position the router so that it's pretty much like in the living room, and then hook up a connection to your computer and a connection to your mom's room so she can be wired also.
do
That's how we
you
have.
do you see if I can turn around my camera while I have you
Okay.
on my broadcast? There's there's my there's my kid there's my k- kitchen,
Okay.
and there's my mom's room.
Okay. Now I can explain to you what's possibly going on with your wireless. You've got a refrigerator, a microwave, an oven, all of these metal items in between the router and you. They can serve as antennas to block that sometimes. Not all the time. Sometimes you'll
Oh,
get it just fine. They can interfere with things though. A lot of people don't realize that. Um, Other things like your tracks in the ceiling and stuff like that being metal, they can
yeah.
work as signal cancellation. So it's hard to say what's exactly, but if the router's on the other side of the kitchen wall where all of the fridge and everything is, and the signal has to go through all of that stuff, that's a lot for it to get past. And sometimes you might end up in a spot where it disconnects, and other times you don't seem to lose it because you're in the right spot. If you put the router somewhere like, you see where the bar is, where those chairs are? If you put the router
Um,
somewhere like, if you put the router somewhere there, like if you had the router mounted underneath the bar there, so it's not in the way on the top, it'll probably then serve the whole house just fine. But you could then run you can have Spectrum run a Cat5 cable into your mom's room, put a little plug in the wall, and then she can plug her internet directly in, and then you connect to it. They can run a wire out to where your desk is or your laptop, and then you can run a wire directly into it, and you probably won't get as many drops on your internet. That's how I have
see,
my desktop and my Xbox 360 are both hooked up wired to the internet, while my phone and my girlfriend's son and her stuff are all connected wireless. And we have a
see,
fine signal.
see, there's my kitchen,
Yeah, it's a really good looking kitchen.
and and over there at the other side of the house,
Yeah,
that is that is my mom's room, where
okay.
the where the where the where the where the modem is, you know,
Yes.
and
Now it looks like you guys have central air also. You guys have a heating and air system that's got metal ducts running through it.
um, can you hold on? I got
Sure,
to adjust my stand
no problem. Take your time.
for a minute because um, with me using my phone all the time, it gets kind of twisted, and you know.
I understand.
So um, so that's my area of my house. If you if if you can see uh what I just shown you, you know.
Yeah.
So
So basically,
um,
from
go ahead, John.
okay, from what I can see, you guys have central air conditioning and heating, meaning forced air. You got vents. It looks like at different places. That duct work in the ceilings and stuff and walls can serve as signal blockers also because it's metal. Okay, so you
Yeah,
got a lot of little things around the house that could be possibly interfering with your internet without you knowing it. So the best way to see if that's the case is try a Cat5 cable, connect it to your laptop, and if it works perfectly, then maybe you need to position your router in a different place or get a booster. It's a signal booster that will send the signal further around the house.
I I I was I was I was gonna show you. Do
You
you
got a
mind
really
if
nice
I
house there, man.
Do you mind if I go out to the living room and show you my internet
No
booster?
problem. You can show that.
If if that's o- okay okay with your audience, and
Looks like it's just you and me,
okay,
so
is
it's fine.
is is anybody watching your stream right
Not
now?
right now. No, Sammy had to pop in and pop out because she's at school.
Oh, okay. But here, let me show you. That is my that is my internet booster to 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 send
Not sure
this.
what I'm looking at here. It looks like ceiling.
I'm
Oh, you
sorry.
got something on the ceiling. Okay. So you do have a signal booster.
Yeah, that
Oh, I didn't know
that
that. Nice.
that boosts the signal all the way to my room, and my room is across the hall there.
I see.
Um, if you don't mind,
Your house is way bigger than I thought it was.
huh?
Your house is bigger than I thought it was.
Do you
It's really
like
nice. It's lots of room.
do you like it?
Yeah, it's very nice. It's pretty.
There's the living room. There's our 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 big TV up on the wall.
Yeah, it's a
See,
really nice house. My house is so tiny compared to this.
and let me let me show you what we have in the back here. I
Okay. Oh, wow,
um
look at that, all those windows. That's so pretty.
this
It's
is
like a
our
sunroom.
this is our for the room.
Oh, okay. That's perfect because you're in Florida.
You know, we got our TV, we got our
You got a
um,
couch, you got a sitting area. That's nice. Oh my gosh.
and we got
Is that for exercise? Looks like
no,
exercise equipment.
it's like like a like a back porch for all the dog
Oh, okay.
for all the dogs and stuff. So
That's cool.
and see see this is my my photo room where you know you know
That
my
is so cool.
my family can watch TV.
Yeah.
Uh, um,
Looks like a nice room to hang out in.
we had that mm, 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 built onto the house when we first m- moved in.
Oh, nice.
So, um, let me turn around my camera here,
Okay.
um, so you can see me better. I was just trying to show you, um, my internet, booster. I was trying to give you a tour around my house.
I see.
Uh, um, so anyway, back to what you were saying about, spec spectrum. Um, you, I really enjoy watching you online, but sometimes my internet is
I understand.
not that uh good. So that's why if I if I if I lose you, um, I always pop in and say hi.
Gotcha.
So um so how do you like the tour around my house?
You've got an amazing house, man. It's really nice. I like
There's
all the
my
room.
um there's my mm, bathroom.
Yep, I
There's
remember
my
you telling me that once before.
if you can see my angle that my lift
Yes.
have to go down. I on that uh, on that video I posted about it. I
Yeah,
couldn't I couldn't really get into the bathroom and show you what.
that's okay. I understand how that part worked. I was just curious how they had your rail system hooked up, and you said it's from the attic that they put it in, so that it's
See,
mounted on secure. Like
see,
that's good to know.
see. They had to secure the the the,
The track.
you know, yeah. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked there.
No problem. No problem.
Uh,
But I remember you showing me how that worked, and it's like, oh, okay.
um, oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Ow,
trying to,
that hurt.
I'm trying to hold the camera and and this is my studio
There you go. Way
that
bigger
I
than mine.
that I
Way bigger than
that
mine.
I com, converted into my studio a long time ago. See, there's my bed.
Nice.
Um, you, you were talking about some kind of mm, mm, bed on your show, you know. Uh,
Yeah.
Um, can you can you take take me back what that was, if you don't mind?
Oh, I was talking about um, hospital beds and trying to find a standard bed that's comfortable, that still works well for a person that has disabilities, and and
As
they they have different uses and purposes and stuff, and they're different sizes too. So you just don't, a hospital bed is not your standard bed size that you have at home. So you've got to get specialized sized sheets and everything like that. Hospital.
as 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 you know, I live on the horse farm, which you saw many of my videos on my YouTube channel.
Yes, yes. You guys like horsing around a lot.
Yep, and and you know, can um can um can you explain why I have you on here? Uh, I'm I'm sorry for keeping you so long. You
No
know,
problem.
um, I just I just have so many questions to ask you, and you know, um, like for example, um, can you take us back on how you managed to build that hand cycle, and then we can get into that topic of copyright.
You got it, brother. The hand cycle came about because I would go online and find hand cycles for sale, but the prices that they were at, and I didn't know that, you know, um, I don't know of any place I can go and test them out before I go and try and buy one. So I was kind of like, fine, I'll work out a way of building one. So I figured out all the parts that I would need, and then I ordered them little by little. It took me a year to order most of all the parts, and it took me a couple of years to save up for all of that. And then once I started, I really had no clue on how I was going to do this thing. So I built a 3D model at first on the computer, and then I didn't use any of the things that I built it like on the computer to build my real life one. On the computer, I was expecting it to be welded, but in real life, nobody that could weld, well, everybody that could weld was busy because it took me longer to get it started and get it, and it took longer to get it finished than I expected. So they were all busy. So I can't get mad at them for that. So I decided to make it bolt together. And it was just trial and error all the way through, step by step. I'd start then with the frame. How am I going to connect the outriggers? Then once I get there, how am I going to connect the front end? How am I going to connect the two front wheels, the seat, the rear wheel, and all that? And by the time you're done doing all that, little by little, you're done. And
Um,
she works.
how how long did it take you to have that idea in mind, my friend? Do you mind?
The idea probably started back in 2009 or 10 when I started to realize there were hand cycles. And the idea started then, and it just slowly been cooking in my mind over the years up until 2018. And then it just was like, it's time to just go for it and try it.
Is my internet doing okay,
Oh, it's
or
rock solid so far. You're doing great.
um um can you can you take us back on when you were a child? What kind of music did you like to listen to
It was more like every style of music that I came across.
back then?
Yep. Let's see. I liked my favorite song, Singing in the Rain. Don't know why, it just is. Um,
I
and
I my my grandfather was a huge uh, Frank Sinatra.
oh, Frank Sinatra's awesome. So is the rest of the Rat Pack. Yep.
Um, he had that song called "Fly Me to the
To the
Moon,"
Moon. Love that song. Love that song.
and,
Yes, it's timeless. It's classic.
and
Um,
I know that you had, had played it for me uh, when I was on your broadcast on you now, and I told you that my grandfather passed away,
yes, I remember that.
and you know, it's it's it still bothers me unto this day, but I'm over it, but sometime, I don't know why it bothers me sometime. I know he's gone and he's in a better place, but man, when you are so so close to somebody, uh, if if he's a family member to our family, it's hard. It's
It is hard.
hard.
And you never lose that feeling. It doesn't ever go away. There's nothing wrong with how you're feeling the feelings that you're feeling. There's no right or wrong way. So when you hear that song and it makes you remember all the wonderful things about him, that's normal. That's completely fine. And some days you'll be fine and you'll be singing along with it. Other days you'll be like, oh my God, I miss him so much. It's just how it works.
And and let me show you one more thing. And 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 hi to Ad, Adam Carlisle that's watching.
What? Adam's
And
watching. Oh man. I got to get out of here now. I gotta go somewhere. Goibus.
No.
I mean, he's got
Um.
talent. He's
Um.
awesome. Me? Nah,
Yeah, you're awesome, man. I I see you.
I'm a goof.
I see you build lots of other things and you can watch. So I know you got talent somewhere. Yeah,
Wait a minute, who's paying you to say this?
nobody is.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
I I I really ag- admire you, John.
Aw,
And
thank you. Well,
you know
I admire you.
that's why um I had you on my show today, and you know, um, do you have any plans in the future to kind of to to kind of build, you know, a a a ability TV?
Well, I do have plans. Unfortunately, having grown up, having the life I've had, I know that I can run a business fine as long as I've got a good quality person that's behind the scenes doing most of the administrative stuff, the ideas, the selling, the marketing, the the physical, the all of that stuff I can handle. But when it comes to the actual arranging things and stuff like that and doing the administrative stuff, I have a that's my weakness. The other stuff I'm good at overall. But with Ability TV, it's going to have to be people I really trust, people that I
Which
know that are just as passionate about wanting to give back to a global community if possible and their local
I,
communities as well as I
I'm
am.
I'm
And
I'm
turn it to,
I'm
I want
sorry.
to see it turn into nonprofit. I want to take it there and I want to be able to eventually turn that into an organization that can provide jobs and benefits for people with disabilities so that they can actually do things that they currently can't do now in the media and broadcast industry.
And
Act, produce, direct, write, all of it. I want to be able to give them a fair break in an industry that really has shown over the years it has no interest in our part of the neighborhood, our community. Not really.
like
You get a few breakthrough people here and there that break through that are disabled that go on to do acting and they do really well, then you never hear from them again.
like me, like
Yeah, like you. Yes, exactly.
um, you know, I I I really I really want to help you start that 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 this to grow ability TV, but how can I help you?
You're doing it. You know, you hang out at my show, you tell people about it. If you do, you're interviewing me on your show. Thus, I'm also recording the interview with both of us on my show. So hopefully, it might draw people in directions from both ways. Um, and I honestly don't know what I'm doing when it comes to all of this stuff. So I just kind of bumble through it. And it was a miracle that I was able to figure out how to get the Paralympics to be able to show them in the rights and all the
So
copyrighted commissions. It's just I
so
bumble through it.
so how do you excuse me, but how do you get the the copyright permission, being that this this country is so hard to get the copyright permission to show any any other Olympic games without getting in trouble, you know?
That's the part that I guess I just simply I stick my neck out and I will contact people through their YouTube channel. That's how I contacted the Olympics, the Paralympics. I contacted them through their YouTube channel. I didn't know I was dealing with the board of directors. I had no clue. I just treat them like as you've seen, I'm treating Spectrum fairly. I just treat people fairly like that. And we work out. If they say, well, you can't do it because of this, this, and this, well, if I were to comply with those things, then could I? Well, then you have these things to think about. Okay, if I then comply with those, and so it's a back and forth about how I'm going to handle or manage the copyrighted material on my end. That I won't let it won't fall into the hands of somebody who's going to disgrace it or um, make it look bad. It's like my goal is to simply share what I find out with other people, or if I like something, if it's like a um, let's say like I was to meet Mr. Carlisle, okay, and I'm like,
With
dude, I love your music. Would it be cool if I used
uh,
your music and stuff on my broadcast? And I would just ask an artist directly, like that. You just directly
if
ask the person that's created it too.
if he's still if he's still watching, I'll when I talk to him on the phone, I'll ask him if you can use some of his
Well, I'm just
music.
using that as an example. You don't have to ask him. That's fine. I'm using him as an example because I know that he creates music. So let's
I
say I was
I
I,
I
I was
know.
here in person with like he was here in person, or if he was on my broadcast and he's sharing music with me to play, and it's his own copyrighted music, or he has permission to use that music because he's a part of the copyright. And let's say Facebook still says, sorry, you're getting muted, or they do some other thing, or YouTube, okay? Then that's where you can legally contact them and say, I have permission from the creator. And sometimes the creator would have to give you written permission. Other times the creator may have to contact the party themselves and say, I authorize Alexander Perez to be able to use my content on his channel as he sees
w-
fit. So
w-
there's various different ways that gets back and forth, and I don't know what they are at any given time. I just know that for copyrights in the United States, they're there to protect the copyright holder from anybody misusing their material, even if the person is using it in a positive way. If the person that owns it says no, that means simply they can't use it. They don't. It's that. Now, most
What?
of the time, when you
I'm
explain
sorry,
to the person, that's okay.
John.
Most of the time, if you explain, like, my name is Alex Perez, let's say you're emailing somebody, my name is Alex Perez. I do a disability awareness show as an individual, not a nonprofit entity. And I would like to have permission to be able to play your beautiful music or use your video on my show. And then you explain, I would only use it to show what I'm seeing here to share with other people to educate them about what you're doing, share your link with them so they can find out more about you. There's always something that you would like to do back for the person that's going to share the rights, like share links to where they can get more information about that stuff. You always want to be able to offer them a benefit for helping you. And that's an easy benefit because it's an equal value that you both can swap barter that doesn't cost money. And here's
Like
the beautiful part. Then you have it in writing if it's an email.
like like for example, when I'm on on my on my YouTube channel and I want to post, you know, some other content that you know that I would like to share on my podcast because I do a disability awareness show like you do,
Okay.
and you know, as soon as I put that on my YouTube channel, I'm just using that as an example, John.
Yes.
Um, then the copyright holder contacts YouTube, and uh, and they
Typically,
and
the copyright holder has no idea that something's up on YouTube. That copyright is being bothered by their
so
algorithm. It's a computer
so
program.
so how do they know if you using somebody else's material?
They put a digital code inside of the music or the movie or whatever that when it's played
Yeah.
back alerts the particular program that's watching for it to come over and let you know you have violated a copyright rule or that you are using copyrighted material, but nothing's happening to you. They're just letting you know, and that they may monetize that so that the person who owns the rights gets a little bit of money from each time someone plays that track. That
I don't have 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 money. I just do my show for for a good cause. You know.
exactly, and that's the
Uh,
thing. Most people are doing what they do on YouTube because they're not trying to make money. Many people are. Now, there are those that do try to make money off of it, but you're not. I'm not. Okay. So there are some of us that are just there just simply trying to help. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't know what exactly we're doing. So you can always contact YouTube behind the scenes. Okay. Email them and say, hi, my name is Alex Perez. Um, I'm not a
um,
nonprofit, but I am an activist, and I would like to know how I can be able to share things that might be copyrighted that you could monetize, not for me, but for you. And instead of me getting in trouble, the person then who owns the content gets a little extra from me sharing it. That's what I had to do with YouTube.
um, and hi, mom. How are you doing?
Hi, mom.
Um, uh, this is this is this is this is this is my friend John that I watch, from in Indianapolis,
Indiana. Yep.
Indiana, California,
No,
and
Indianapolis, Indiana. You got it right. I'm
I'm,
not in California.
I'm sorry, but
That's okay. I'm not a surfer dude anymore.
but um so um so how 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 can one co- contact YouTube like me if I run into an issue, you know, um, that if somebody takes down co- my 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 video of Adam because I used some of his music from from SoundCloud, um, you know, and and he he gave me full permission to use his copyrighted material. John, if you are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm looking up how to contact YouTube. They've changed it over the years. I'm looking up to find out the answer for you to, how you would contact them.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Because, eh, like I said, Adam Carlisle gave me permission to use his music on on my on my show, you know. So I just don't want to get in trouble by YouTube for, you know, for having his his music on my show. So you know what I mean?
Yes,
If if he- if he said that I can use it on my show.
they may need to see, if you contact them, they may need to see a permission signed by him saying that you can use it on your videos and on your show. So then they can then code it. They will put a digital signature in there that says that as long as it's you using it. So if I was to use his music, I would get in trouble. But if you use his music, you don't get in trouble. And that's why the copyright is so important. It protects whomever owns it or whoever the copyright owner would like to use it. It protects them from people misusing it, even for good things. Okay. So it's kind of a double edged sword. It's unfortunate
Like
that way.
like I like I told Adam the other day when we got done with our interview and stuff. I was talking to him on the phone. You know, I was afraid to 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 put that video up there because I'm afraid that I haven't gotten in trouble yet, John, but I I do not want my YouTube channel to get shut shut down again like my other ones
I
because
understand. I understand.
because
Yeah,
if
that's no
that
fun.
ha- if that happens, then then I then I lose everything that I have done, you know, and that I work so hard for, you know, and I don't want to lose that. So, you
Definitely.
know what I mean?
Definitely. I can totally understand that. Let me see.
So,
I'm trying to find.
I I was I was trying to to and my buddy Adam said to me, go ahead and put it up there. You won't get get in trouble.
Now, if his music has never been um, indexed or say saved in YouTube's archive of copyrighted material, then you won't get in trouble. Okay. But if for whatever reason their algorithm doesn't, it says this one's not archived, but it still could be copyrighted, you can still get a warning saying this might be copyrighted music. Don't worry, nothing's happening to you. We're just letting you know. Okay. But
And
I'm
I
trying
have
to here we go. Copyright rights management under the help thing. Okay, issue. Learn about okay, or see copyright facts. Okay, no copyright.
and if you when we get done with this interview, I can't look at my Facebook right now. But can you post it on my wall? If I do need to get into contact with them,
Let's see what I'll do. I'll put this over here. Let me go on to here on my over here.
I'm
Okay, I'm going to
I'm
tag you.
I'm sorry, but you
It's
know,
okay. Don't worry about it.
you know, I just don't want, you know, my YouTube channel to get shut down and everything that I do will be a waste, you know, from
Yeah, there's nothing more frustrating that I totally understand because it takes time for you to get all that stuff up there. It takes time for you to it's just a pain in the butt. I totally understand.
and I had to take like a, if you don't mind me sharing to your viewing audience, um, it it takes takes time for me to get all my videos uploaded.
It does. That's why I don't do a lot. That's why I'm always saying, dude, how do you get all of these up there? It's like, man, it's a
It
process. It is, and I'm totally in awe of how you do that. Like
it
I sit
it
there, I'm like, God, I get bored to death doing that.
it took me for like over a year and a half to get them back up there. I I I think I don't know, but and and Adam's music hasn't been in their in their archives.
Okay, because it
Uh,
has to be submitted, and usually has to be submitted by the copyright holder or copyright house. So if he's never done that, you're fine. You should not have any problems playing the music there.
yeah,
But the
and
article, the piece that I'm going to show you, or that I'm posting to my Facebook that tags you in it, so it'll connect to your page. Um, it will take you to a page where it explains a lot of things. If none of those help, you click no, and what happens next is a little box or field opens up where now you can communicate directly to YouTube, submit it, and wait for a reply. That you have to be signed into YouTube on your account to make this work. Okay,
I
they've changed how you communicate with them. It wasn't
I
like this
am
before.
I am always signed into my YouTube account.
Same here. It's like I live
When
there.
when I use Google or any other kind of service, I
Excellent. Excellent.
always always make sure that I always stay signed into my accounts. Um, do you mind sharing um um I I know you from Twitch as well.
Yes, you do.
And and do you mind telling my viewing audience that's still watching, you know, how why why did you leave uh Twitch that is owned by Amazon?
It is owned by Amazon. That happened in 2014, I found out. But the reason I left Twitch is because primarily when I tell anyone that I broadcast or stream on Twitch, oh, you're a gamer. Not really a big gamer. I might play some Minecraft and build a neck, but that's about the only thing I really dive
And
into.
I
Maybe another game, but usually it's talk, it's music, it's pretty much.
and I and I and I saw you playing Minecraft. What mind? It's hard for me to say. Minecraft um on the on your show, and I posted your show on my Alex Perez show page.
I've seen that. Thank you for that.
If you didn't mind, that's how you was getting John Stone. That's how you were getting Adam. That's how you were getting my grandma. You know,
Oh wow, wow, cool.
I made like a like a like a like a watch
A watch
party.
party. You're the one that does that. Okay. I'll sometimes come across, I'm like, how the heck does he do this? I'm so confused when it comes to this new stuff.
With Facebook, before you actually go live, you can you can you can make yourself a watch party, and then once you get started,
Oh,
you
I see. I didn't know that. I just thought
you
that automatically
you
happened somehow.
you you,
That's
you
cool.
video your video stream will automatically, you know, uh, go in there, you know, and and people that had had missed your show earlier in the day, because I know you broadcast during the day. If they're at work, they can watch it again. You
Yeah,
know,
I try to leave my videos there so that people can do that.
um, I'm just trying to give you that option.
Well, thank you.
What what a watch party is.
That's cool. I did not know that that was something I can pick. I
That's
thought there was
that's
something other people picked.
that's what my my other m- broadcast m- buddies does, like 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 mm, let's say, for example, Buddy Martin, um as I shared on your show before, I don't know if you remember, I I I shared with you their new website,
Oh, yes.
uh the the Gator
The Gator
Media.
magazine. Yeah, it was a magazine. Really nice looking page. Yeah. I'm like,
um
dang. Now that's impressive.
well 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 let me can I can I can I explain how, you know Gator um Media magazine, you know um has has been has been around for a a long time,
Oh, that's cool.
and you know you know Buddy Martin and his and his and his and his and his I'm sorry, I'm
Don't bother.
having
Take
a
your time.
hard time talking. Buddy Martin and his son decided to to take over that company.
Oh, that's what that was about. Okay. I just thought it was a web page they did. I didn't know they took on the company too. That's truly awesome.
Uh, what they did was they had to sign some papers, like like documents, you know,
Yes.
and they had to sign some papers. It took like a process, but they are now members of of their new company, Gatorade, um um media. dot com.
That is so cool.
You know, if you know what I mean.
I understand. Yes, that is really cool. That's quite an endeavor to take on. Wow.
And you know, it everything takes a a process,
It does.
John.
Everything is, yes.
Um, Nothing ever happens overnight, but
No, it'd be nice if it did, but no, it doesn't happen overnight.
but you know that's a little bit how Gator-based media um .com got its start, and you know you have you have members like Buddy Martin, Tom Tom Smith from Common Sense with Tom
Oh, yes,
Smith.
yes.
You have many other different people working with Buddy Martin, and you know you got people that work on the website to put magazines together. You got people that you know.
So it's a physical magazine also. So it's like a real magazine, like paper,
Where you
as well as a
where you
website.
where you can where you can read it online as well, but you know it's uh it's it's kind of like a physical magazine, like you said. I don't know
Or are
how
these
they,
web pages that they work on that you're talking about too?
huh?
Are they web pages then, like in the magazine online that they're working on?
They
I'm going to go to the site. It's called gatorbait.com.
um it's called Gator Gatorbait Media dot
Oops.
com.
Okay.
You know, um, remember I shared it with you before,
You
and
did. You did.
it's they 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 really work hard on this magazine to like like d- put it online so their viewers can read it on their phones and stuff. They they really they really work hard, you
You
know.
can tell that there's some thought put into this site because its layout is wonderful. Even for me, a non-sports person, it's really easy for me to just like, wow, I could learn about all news. When times get tough for you, and you're looking for, and then it's like you click it, and then you're instantly into an article and you're reading about it. It's like, oh man, this is good. This is good
Like
stuff.
like 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 you like you saw on one show. I I pulled up an article on the site that I was reading, that I was trying to show you guys, and you know that magazine is awesome. You have to take a look at it. I know you're not a sports
This here is by
person.
Cassidy Hill, and she wrote an article that says, when times get tough and you're looking for an alpha dog, who you gonna call? Most likely Freddie Swain. Pretty cool.
Yeah,
And I'm
yes,
telling you, it's just easy to
that
read. It's nice. It's really well
that
done.
is that is one of the guys from the Gators,
Yeah,
Freddie
Freddie Swain.
Swain, and you know they, you know, it's it's that magazine is easy for you to read. It's easy for you to, you know, all you have to do to sign up is put your username and password, and then they give you a option whether you want to have have a have a have a sub sub subscription, you know, for the whole year, or there's like different package.
I
That
saw that, and they make it easy to figure out too. It's nice.
uh, you know, in one package you get the 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 Buddy Martin show, and
Yeah, they give you a lot of different benefits to subscribe and to be a member. It's so cool. I just shared it to my Facebook page just because I like it that much. I'm like, hey, Gator fans, check this out.
you know, I I know you're not a Gator fan, my friend, but I
I
figured
think
that
they're
I
awesome. I think it's pretty awesome, and I
I
don't
know
mind sharing it.
I know you don't like sports, you know, like I do, but
Yeah,
let
I
me
do
tell
love your enthusiasm, and you make it fun. Like you're explaining this magazine, it's enjoyable to listen to that. So I don't mind, it's like I'll be happy to share information about these and hopefully get more people hooked up to it. That'll be nice.
you know I would like to 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 team up with your um ability TV, and 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 maybe I'll have you on my show doing my when you're doing your show. You can use your phone to come on my show, and I'll you, you know and we can talk about different topics while you're recording. I would love to have you back. You know,
Okay.
every week when you go live. I don't know what days are good for you. You know,
Um, it varies if it's a nice day out. And once Jody's healed up, I'm probably not going to broadcast for a little bit because I want to get outside and do some exercising, roll around. But once it's getting colder again, I'll be back in the broadcast Monday through Friday. From about well, today was a little late. Vote for this. Yes.
are you there? I'm sorry about that. My internet connection is kind of
Oh, did it skip again? Ah, bad internet. Bad.
um. Sometimes I have a little bit of internet issues, but you know, I I'm glad to have somebody on that knows a little bit about. I may not know a lot about disabilities like 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 you do,
That's okay. That's okay. I don't know, you know,
but
I just bumble along.
but let me tell you, John, you really teach me a lot. You know, now that I graduated from Forest High School, I was a graduating class of 2010.
That's
So
awesome.
you really
I was
you
1988. It sounds like I'm ancient.
um mine was from Forest High School. I graduated with my friend Hunter Turner. That
Yeah, I remember
video
him. He was awesome. I like him.
that you that you saw on my uh disability video. I don't
Yes.
know if I don't know if you could. I don't know if you still have it,
Oh,
but
I still have that video. Yes, I do.
but you know, um, see the. I'm sorry if I'm keeping you longer than expected,
It's okay.
but
I'm here till 4:30 at least.
um, um, you know the the the, the thing behind that video was w- w- one of my friends came in from the video video from the video um pro- production room in into my classroom, and they said to my teacher, Lisa, Lisa Kennedy, they said, um, you know, they said we would like to we would like to to follow you around, you know, to see to to see what your students does,
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
and um and it took some time, you know, to get it all together,
Yes.
but at the end it worked out pretty well. Um, we 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 won state. We won we won nationals. We you know
That's awesome.
we
That is awesome.
we we won in our this this flick, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And and we we went to nationals, and you know, and I had to go down to Orlando. My mom had to take me there because I was getting an award down there in Orlando.
Nice.
I was you should have saw me. I was all dressed nice,
You
and
got
I
a you
was
got a tie and everything. Show off,
yep,
looking like James Bond.
and I was holding my mom, my mom's hand, you know,
Yeah.
um, and I was nervous because I didn't know if we was gonna win that night, and when they finally says the winner is uh Forest High School,
That's awesome.
I got really excited.
I bet you did. Oh
I
man, I would
got
too.
I got to I got to hold the trophy that
Nice.
my friend that was producing the video won.
That's awesome.
So um that that video is is special to me, and you know I I just I just want to 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 make a difference for
Now here's a
people
neat
like
thing. Since you're a part of that video, you have control over copyright. So if you wanted to show that video since you're in it on your show, you can. See? Copyright is there for the people that create the copyright in all layers of it. It's a pretty neat system, actually, when you think about it.
are you sure
I'm
that
positive
that I
because
won't
you were a part of the production. You have a say because now, since you're a part of it, you have the ability to say it's my content. So if Facebook gives you or YouTube or anybody gives you trouble, you contact them. I gave you the way to contact them, and you can explain to them how you're a part of that video, and that makes a part of the copyright yours to use.
like
That's how it
like
works.
back to what I was saying
Sorry
in the
about
beginning.
that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I'm sorry.
It's
Mm,
okay.
Back to what I was saying in the beginning with copyright. I think they need to make it easier for people with disabilities that wants to use their own copyrighted material, like my self.
Yes.
YouTube have to come to an agreement. I'm just I'm I'm just telling you what I think.
No problem.
Uh, Um, and I'm not using any any copyrighted music to do this interview right now.
Exactly. I know. And I have no playing in the background.
Sorry if Uh, let, let me try and get Jon back on because he. Okay. Uh, Jon, are you still there, buddy? Um, well, I guess that was my buddy Jon from Ability TV. Thanks, thanks for coming on my show, Jon. And man, I had a lot of comments today. Well, thank you for Jon Holt Revels for joining me on the Disabilities TV network. If he would like to if he would like to get back on, if he's still watching in the broadcast for another uh uh Jon, um can can I can can I bring you back into the shot, buddy? I got cut off on what I was trying to say. So so sorry about that. Um, do you mind if I bring you back on? Um, uh, shall I video too? Okay. Can can you can you rejoin me, buddy? Because I wasn't done I was trying to say, but uh, uh, okay. Well, thanks to Jon. Thanks to my friend Jon Holt Revels for taking a couple minutes out of his show to be on my Alex Perez show. And, and I hope you all enjoyed what me and Jon was talking about, but unfor- until my internet dropped off, but uh, but I enjoyed having you, Jon. It's been a good time, and I guess for my for my for my for my friend Jon Holt Revels, and I guess for for my for my guest Jon Holt Revels from the Ability TV network that I watch every day. On behalf of him, I'm your host of the Alex Boyce Show. Um, signing off. I hope you guys enjoyed this interview with Jon Holt Revels. Uh, I will be sticking this on YouTube once I get done talking here and rambling on, but uh, but um, but thank you to Jon Holt Revels for jo- Jon Holt Revels for joining me from the uh, Ability TV network. It was so much fun. Um, and um, if you want to catch Jon Holt Revels, he will be broadcasting on Facebook Live Monday for Friday if he has nothing to do on Facebook Live, giving you his thoughts about people with disabilities like himself. Um, you can catch him Monday for Friday on on the on the Facebook here on on his page, Jon Holt Revels, and you can watch him on Facebook there. On behalf of him for joining the Disability TV network, I sure appreciate his his friendship and everything. So um, on behalf of him, I'm your host Alex Perez with the Alex Perez Show. Signing off until next time. I hope you enjoyed my friend Jon Holt Revels giving 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 his a, a, opinion about people with disabilities like myself. So um, I'm your host Alex Perez from the Alex Perez Show, signing off. So bad. Thank you for watching the Disability TV Network on Facebook. Alright. Bye, guys. Thank you, Jon Holt Revels. Thank you to his audience that joined. And I love having friends with other disabilities like me. It's awesome. So um, thank you for watching, guys, and God bless.